Now at 6 o'clock and all new, working to get you new developments in a story you saw first right here on RTV6. We're learning a Sheridan police officer, reserve officer, is out of a job after RTV6 was the first to bring you this police encounter video that went viral. It shows James Reynolds working as a security officer at a Northwest Side apartment complex at the time responding to a theft investigation, confronting 21-year-old Jaquan Dean as he sat inside his car. Reynolds calls in backup when Dean refuses to identify himself. Two more off-duty officers from Southport, they respond. You can see them pulling Dean out of the car by the arm and arresting him for failing to identify. Reynolds then looks down at Dean's phone, appearing to stomp on it as it continues to videotape. Working for you tonight, RTV6's Matthew McClellan joining us live from the Creekside at Meridian Hills Apartments. And Matthew, what else are you finding out about this case?
Good evening, Raphael. After our report last week, we are learning and following several new developments in this case, including a new statement out from Southport Police Chief Tom Vaughn, as well as learning Dean is not listed as a resident at this apartment complex. Now, that statement from Dean saying his department is looking at its off-duty policies to see if changes need to be made. The chief will look at both Southport officers involved here individually to make sure all policies and procedures were followed during that encounter. Now, we're also getting new information from property management here confirming Dean's name is not on the lease for the apartment where he says he lives with his girlfriend. The apartment complex tells police it has strict rules on loitering and working on vehicles while on the properties. Security officers are supposed to establish whether someone lives on property and to report anyone violating the rules. Now, we just followed up with Dean, getting his reaction to these developments.
To be honest, it's been the same. It's still the same going on out there. They fired him, I guess. That's no justification. That's no justice on my end or whatever. These men violated my rights.
Dean is accused of resisting law enforcement and refusal to identify, and we've reached out to Reynolds, and so far, we have not heard back. Reporting on the Northwest Side, Matthew McClellan, RTV6.